Welcome to our interview video series. In this series, we are going to take you through interview etiquette. What exactly should you do when you're going for an interview? We are going to take you through body language during interviews and communication skills during interviews. So in this particular video, we are going to talk about interview etiquette. I'm going to talk to you from 6 angles. So the first is dressing. Second is how do you go about researching for the industry or the job you're applying for, and what kind of an attire do you wear for that particular event or that interview. The third thing I want to talk to you is about how should you walk, and then how do you greet, and then what's your behavior generally like during the interview, and lastly, which is the sixth number, is how do you close the interview. Alright, so I hope you're excited for this. Let's get started. So the first thing, let's talk about dressing. Now dressing is extremely crucial when you go for an interview, right? I'm sure you agree with me that your dress gives a good first impression or a bad first impression. Hence, it's extremely crucial to decide the outfit that you're going to wear for the interview well in advance, alright? So now understand that we are in such an era that we have interviews which are very casual in nature, which are very formal in nature, which might be out there semi-formal, semi-casual types. All right. So if it is a formal interview where you're going to a proper company and giving an interview, you need to keep in mind that your interview outfit needs to be a notch higher than what is typically followed by the employees there. All right. So for example, if it's formal, people wear shirt and trousers to work, go a notch higher for the interview and wear a blazer. You don't necessarily have to wear a tie, but a blazer will help you look a step ahead in your career. It shows that you're dressing up for a level higher, right? So ensure that you are always dressed up a notch higher. Look at what the environment around is like. Is it casual? Is it formal? Now, even if it's a casual environment, please ensure that you don't go in distressed jeans or chinos, or for that matter, sloppy t-shirts. All right. So what should you ideally wear for an interview? Okay. So the men could wear a formal shirt with formal trousers. A blazer would be nice to carry out. All right. And women have a lot of options. They could wear blazers with skirts, with trousers. They could go for a formal wear which does not necessarily have a blazer. They could go for a shift dress or some knitted outfit as well, which looks very formal in nature. All right. And one more thing that I want to talk to you about in your dressing are your shoes. Shoes are extremely crucial. We pay the least attention on shoes, but they are the first things that interviewer observe, because that's one area which we neglect, and that's one area that they know that we neglect, and hence they see what our shoes look like, because those depict our true nature. All right. So wear shoes which look formal, which look elegant, but don't wear heels which create that tick-tock noise while you're walking. All right. Shoes, goes without saying that the shoe needs to be polished, and ensure that the back of your shoes are extremely clean, so that when you're walking out of your interview from that room, when they observe that part of your shoe, it looks good. All right. So that's a little tip on your shoes and dressing. Now let's move to the second part of today's video, which is on how should you dress up depending on the job or the industry. Okay. Now it's extremely crucial to understand that one size does not fit all. Okay. You cannot wear the same outfit. When I say the same outfit, I mean the same kind of outfit for an interview with a bank versus an interview with a startup. All right. You need to keep changing as the environment changes or as the type of industry changes. Okay. So, but the rule remains the same. Dress a notch higher, dress a step above. My suggestion to you would be go and check out their social media handles. Check the kind of culture the company has, the kind of employees the company has. Find out about the kind of industry they are in, if they are the leader in the industry, what do they like about the culture, what is something really strong culture. So find these things and try to blend in, but be a notch higher. Okay, so let's say for example, if I'm going for an interview to say a bank, I'm going to the head office of a bank, I will be extremely formally dressed. I'll wear really crisp blazers with a collared shirt, and of course with maybe black shoes depending on what my outfit is. It's not compulsory always to wear black shoes, you can even opt for brown. But the point is I'll be extremely formal. For that matter, I might wear a matched suit. But say for example, if I'm going for an interview to a startup, there I won't wear chinos, but I'll wear something which is not extremely formal as that where I'm going to a bank, right? So startup, the culture is cool, people wear shorts. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to stick to my skirts or trousers, but I'm going to maybe play around a bit with the color of the top depending on the logo of the company. Okay, I'm not going to go too fancy. I want to still be somewhere subtle. All right, so I hope you're getting the hint where I'm trying to blend to the company culture. If it's a design company that I'm opting for, so I'll wear some piece which shows the design side of me, which shows the creative side of me. All right, so always research the job role and the industry that you're opting for. Then the third part of today's video is how should you actually work your way around. Okay, so how should you walk, how should you work at your walking and other things. Okay, now your gait is extremely important. Okay, so ensure that the way you walk speaks confidence. Okay, and not just that, your behavior should also speak confidence, it should speak interest, it should show punctuality and discipline. How do you do that? So ensure that you arrive early for the interview. For example, if the interview is scheduled at say 11 a.m., ensure you're there by 10:40, 10:45 maximum. This little effort from your end shows that you are interested in the job role, you are interested to be a part of the company, and hence you are punctual. All right, and it also helps you be in the right frame of mind because you have those 15-20 minutes to freshen up, you have those 15-20 minutes to get used to the environment. And you can also use those 15-20 minutes to build a rapport with the receptionist, to ask her what the company culture is like, and get acquainted with things happening in the organization. All right, so when I say things happening in the organization, obviously I'm not talking about confidential things there. I'm just talking about what the environment is like, what is the hustle bustle all about in the company. All right, so ensure that you arrive early, you are in the right frame of mind, you build a rapport with the receptionist or somebody out there, and ensure that your mobile is on silent and non-vibrate mode. That's extremely crucial. All right, now remember one thing, your interview does not start at the start time of the interview or 15 minutes prior to the interview. Your interview starts the moment you leave your home. All right, so ensure you are in a positive, happy state of mind right from the time you leave your home, because you never know, there might be a time when you're traveling in public transport and somebody from that company is also there in that public transport, right? So ensure that you are in a happy, good phase, good state right from the start you leave your home. All right, now the fourth segment of this particular video is on greeting. Now greeting is extremely crucial. Ensure that you greet the receptionist, ensure that you give a pleasant smile to people who walk around while you're waiting in the lobby for the interview to begin. All right, and once you go for the interview, ensure that you are greeting each and every member in the panel. All right, do not go and initiate the handshake. That's one mistake that we all make. We need to wait for the senior, in this case the recruiter, to initiate a handshake with us, and then we can go ahead and give a confident, firm handshake to the interviewer. All right, also ensure that you small talk a little with the interviewers, talk a bit about the office environment, how nice it is, talk a bit about the route that was there to office, which is really nice. So small talk helps you to build rapport, it helps you to ease out, it helps you to get used to the environment, the interview environment, the meeting room that you're sitting in. All right, so greeting, small talk are extremely crucial. Now I want to talk to you about the fifth segment, which is what do you do during your interview? Okay, what should your behavior be like during the interview? So first off, ensure that your body language is on point. When I say on point, you should be sitting straight, shoulders at the back, which by that I mean straight shoulders. Ensure that you give eye contact to every panel member that's sitting there, not just looking at one and neglecting the others. So ensure that eye contact is there. Thank them for every little effort that they make to make you feel comfortable. All right, so for example, if they've asked you for a glass of water, or if they've asked you to sit down, or they've given you an option to have tea, coffee, thank them for every little effort that they are taking to make you comfortable. All right, the next thing that I want to talk to you about during the interview is that your gestures need to be good. Okay, so don't get into cross gestures. Ensure that your hands are open, your feet are not crossed. When you are in open gesture mode, you are showing that you're interested in taking information and interested in giving information. All right, so gestures are extremely crucial. In fact, for that matter, we have a separate video on body language, which is the next video in this interview video series. So I'll be talking to you more about body language in that video. All right, for now, let's move to the last segment for this video, which is on interview etiquette. So the last segment is extremely crucial, but again, very much neglected. That is closing the interview. All right, so by closing the interview, I mean that the interview is now coming to a close. They've finished asking you questions, and now they're giving you an opportunity to ask a question to them and then say bye-bye to you and maybe follow up with you if they're interested in you. All right, so ensure that you have certain questions to ask them when they say, do you have any question for me? Please don't say, no, I don't think I have any question. That shows lack of interest. So ensure that you prepare for certain questions beforehand itself, okay? These questions could be related to what's the next step in the process of the interview, or it could be related to the company culture. It could be related to what is the day-to-day life in the particular organization. But ensure you don't ask any questions related to stipends, salaries, or leaves, or working hours. All right, so this is a bit on closing. Ensure you thank all the members before leaving, and when you're leaving the room, show your face while leaving. Don't close the door behind you. All right, and once you're done, ensure on the same day, in those working hours itself, you send a thank you email to each and every member sitting in the panel. Thank them for the experience that they've given you and mention that you're hoping to get a quick response from them. Also ensure that you leave your contact details, which is your name, your phone number, and your email ID in your signature so that it's easier for them to contact you. All right, so that's a bit on interview etiquette. Let me quickly recap the 6 things that we did. We spoke about addressing. We spoke about researching on the job role and the industry. We spoke about how should you walk the walk. We spoke about greeting. We spoke about how should your behavior be during the interview. And lastly, we spoke about closing the interview. So that's it from my side. Let's move to the next video where I talk to you about body language during interviews. Bye-bye.